Hi guys, welcome to my 45th stream. How's everyone doing? Let's see. Is this... Let's see if I'm on. Hi everyone, it's Brian and welcome to my 45th stream. Today is Wednesday, November 11th. And today we're going to talk about... we're going to talk about The Walking Dead World Beyond Episode 6, titled Shadow Puppets. And there was the other one... Oh, and Fear. Season 6, Episode 5, titled Honey. So, yeah, there was a lot to talk about. So, I hope all of you guys are doing well tonight. And today we're going to talk. Let's see. Yeah, I know you guys are probably not here quite yet. I'm starting the stream just a couple minutes earlier. But yeah, how's everyone? Oh, hey, Epic. He says, "Hey, Brian, how are you doing, bro?" I'm doing pretty good, Epic. Thank you for asking. I'm doing much better than last week. All this, now that the election stuff is just over and I'm kind of getting my life back on track, sort of thing. Or, I mean, it's good. It's definitely a lot better than last week. You know what I mean? Because we can get back to talking about The Walking Dead and just ignore everything else that's going on, sort of. But yeah, Epic, I'm good. I'm doing really good. I actually got some writing done for Season 2 Extinction this week, and I'm going to get some more writing done, and yeah, I cannot wait to show you guys Season 2. Let's see, Epic says, "I love how the Walking Dead universe has a lot of dogs now." Yeah, very true, Epic. Absolutely true, because, I mean, dogs, they're man's best friend. You put a dog in, a Walking Dead story or whatever in the franchise in one of the spin-offs, and I mean, yeah, everyone's gonna love the dog because it's a dog. Dogs are like some of the most innocent creatures on this planet, and I love dogs. I am a dog person, although my family has had mostly cats, but we love dogs too. Let's see. Dan says Sherry was so disappointing. Yeah, she was. I feel like I kind of ranted enough in my review about Sherry that I don't want to, talk about her too much, but I will talk a little bit about it or her. You know what I mean? So what did I think about? I was honestly tempted to put World Beyond higher than Fear, but I thought about this some more, and besides Sherry, this episode was really good. Dan says, "Poor Dwight, took him so long to find her." I know, like, he has been searching 2 years. He even went across the country in a zombie apocalypse, and yet, he still, in a zombie apocalypse, halfway across the country, and still, like, just the way she just does him dirty. I mean, listen, I don't know if she's trying to protect him or whatever, but that's just, I don't know, it feels kind of like poor writing to me, or just the character herself. So, okay, so I guess we can talk about World Beyond first. So in World Beyond, we have the whole shadow puppets thing. I like at the beginning. Okay, so here's why I have a problem with the intro for World Beyond. They should not have had Iris talking, about how we had civilization, but all our technology couldn't save us. This kind of, I don't know. It shouldn't have been Iris talking. It should have been someone else, or they should not have had anyone talking. They could have just played creepy music in the background while we were seeing the puppet show, and then they give us the intro. They still have to work on the intro. Like, I don't know what it is. Iris wasn't too bad this episode, but still, whenever she talks, it's just so cringy. Epic, let's see. Epic says, "I haven't been watching World Beyond. Kind of dropped off, actually." Okay. Well, there's no dog yet, Epic, in World Beyond. Unfortunately, World Beyond does not have a dog character yet. I just put the dog in, the thumbnail because I thought this would be I don't know. I kind of want to do this every single week, with the live streams. Like, take something that is similar and put them together. So, like last week, it was, betrayals. So, yeah. Let's see. Dan says World Beyond is still not the best, but as for Fear, I am heavily enjoying it. Yeah, me too. It's nice that they put Morgan in every single episode. Morgan really is the main character in Fear. It's just crazy. Like, Morgan is the main character, let's see. Pop out chat. 1 second, guys. I'm just trying to Hmm. Let's see. Dan says, Iris talking. Are you trying to make us mad? LOL. Yeah, I know. I don't know why they have Iris talking. Just every time they have Iris just talk. Okay, except for the part where she was mad at Percy later in the episode, I was actually okay with that because I was actually a little mad at him too. I was thinking like, okay, dude, like, listen, you came back for them, sure, but you still have some more things to do before you earn their trust back again. You know what I mean? You don't earn someone's you don't get instant redemption just by saving a character. So yeah. Epic says I've been keeping up with Fear as of late. That's awesome, Epic. So what do you think? I don't think I heard your thoughts on the episode. I don't think you made a video. I would have seen it, but what did you think about this episode? What did you think about the dog that they used, and what did you think about Sherry and just all of that? Dan says, by the way, thanks for the later stream. Just wanted to be able to join, so I really appreciate it, bro. Oh, you're welcome, Dan. Absolutely. It's really no trouble. The only thing is, I just have to, in a couple minutes, like 10, 15 minutes, I'll have to go downstairs and say goodbye to my family. They're going to head to work. So I just have to, during the stream, I just have to take a few minute break and, say bye to them, and then I'll come back. But yeah, that's pretty much the only difference between doing the stream early and then doing it right now. Epic says, Epic, you are missing much that with World Beyond. LOL. Yeah, that's true. World Beyond, I don't know, it doesn't offer too much different. Okay, like this guy Percy and his uncle Tony, they're kind of like, I mean, they're con artists, I think. So it's like, I mean, we got like, I guess, two more strands in World Beyond. They never really give us I don't know. I would say they're not amazing characters, but like I guess they could be better. But like, yeah, it would be nice to see like a really interesting and relatable character, like a character who's never been done in any of the Walking Dead franchises. You know what I mean? Just, but I don't know. It's like we get more con artists. It's like, oh, okay. Let's see. Epic says I didn't watch it yet, but I recorded it. We'll watch it later. Yeah, take your time, Epic. It's not like anyone's gonna spoil the show for you, because it's like, let's be honest, who wants to watch? Actually, yeah. Let me know if let me know if you don't want me to spoil anything that happens in the episode. Actually, if I did spoil anything right now, just now, I apologize. But okay, so what did I think about? What did they think about the episode for World Beyond? What was it titled again? Yeah, Shadow Puppets. It was pretty good. We got some new characters. We had some more CRM stuff. That was pretty good. The post-credit scene was not as good as the first one. But what we got was pretty good. Let's see. Epic says I was talking about Fear the Walking Dead. Oh, okay, that's what you meant. Oh wait, Epic says also Happy Remembrance Day. Yes, definitely to all our veterans. Yeah, happy Veterans Day. Definitely to them. Um, you know, those guys are the real heroes nowadays. It's a shame they don't get enough attention. That's how life is, unfortunately. Let's see. Dan says Tony is alright, but they haven't done much for me so far. I honestly care more about Lucy from Fear, and we all know how useless she is. LOL. Ouch, Dan. That is, I respect your opinion, but it's like, wow, you like Lucy more than Tony? I mean, I get it. Tony and Percy are just like brand new characters, and they're not super interesting, I'll admit. But Lucy, she's also like, what I mean, like that low in my importance list. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy that Luciana has been in the show for like 4 seasons, and they haven't really given her any interesting arcs. Let's see. Dan says the post-credit scene was decent, but I agree. 401. No, wait. Why did I say 401? 104. One was way better. Yeah, I agree, Dan. I gotta stop jumping back from the YouTube studio page and the YouTube page, because for some reason I can't read my chat through the studio page. So let's see. Yeah. So for Fear, let's see. Okay, so things I liked. So did you guys notice how in World Beyond, how Felix, his hair is growing a lot more, like his the hair on his head and his beard it's growing more as the story progresses, and we find out from Iris when she's talking to Percy how it's been a month since they've been on the road, and I like this, but also it's don't like it at the same time. Here's why. Okay, so Felix, it looks like it's been a month. You know what I mean? His hair's growing more, but the other characters like Elton, Silas, how are their hair not growing? And it's funny, like Iris and Hope, they still have even though they haven't washed their hair in a month, their hair still looks perfect. Like that's a bit of an issue. Let's see. Epic says, by the way, Dan, you getting a PS5 tomorrow or ordering one? Yeah. Um. Oh, I didn't know Dan was getting a or might be getting a PS5. I definitely cannot get one. I don't have that kind of money, honestly. So yeah, so you guys know what happens. We have Percy saying he was robbed, and the characters decide. I'm kind of on Iris's side. I know it's crazy, but I actually kind of agree with her. I said, like when they were talking about the vehicle, I was thinking, you know what? I think she has a point. You know, they should see if they can get a truck. You know, see if it's dangerous and maybe get a truck. She should not promise to help him out and get the truck back, but Iris saying that they should at least check it out and see if they can do it. That part I agree with. And Felix is such a great guy. He's constantly telling the kids like, stay back, I'll handle this. You know what I mean? Because he just doesn't want anything to happen to them. Let's see. Dan says, I love the chase scene with Althea's van. Dwight had guts to do that. That one, great job. Yeah, Dwight did have guts. Definitely. It's a good thing that Negan never tested that theory, because we all know what happened when he tried to see if Spencer had guts. It didn't work out so well for Spencer. Oh boy, it did not. Dan says probably not right away, but maybe in another couple months at best. Oh yeah, like me, I mean maybe Christmas or something. I know Black Friday is coming, but still, it's probably expensive, too expensive. Epic says, by the way, my opinion, Daryl Dog is more iconic than the ones in Fear. Yeah, that's true. Daryl's Dog is definitely has more of a fan base than Wolf Dog in Fear, but I will say that Wolf Dog definitely has, a fan base. Some people actually said that they're gonna riot if Wolf Dog, if something happens to him. You know what I mean? So it's just funny. It's funny how dogs are like the only characters that can get like a fan base super fast. As soon as they appear, it's like boom, instant fan base. It's funny. Dan says it would be cool to make some gaming videos. Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought about doing that on my channel, but I just can't. I don't have the equipment, and um, I don't know. I kind of want to do something different. Like lots of people do gaming channels, so I just want to do a. I want to do hosts on my live stream. You know what I mean? I want to have guests. I want to invite you guys over to talk about The Walking Dead, whatever topics you guys have, and and that way people watching the stream they can hear both of us talking, our voices. I want to do that. I definitely think it's going to help me stand out more against other YouTubers. But I definitely can't wait to see you do more games, Dan. Like, I know you're still doing Uncharted and The Wolf Among Us. I don't know. I don't remember when you said you would get to it, but I'm whenever you do, you know what I mean? Because no rush. So, okay, so what else happens? Okay, so we have. Okay, so this is a bit of an issue I have. Does this make sense, guys? So we have. It turns out Percy and his uncle were just playing them all along. But I have a quick question. So when Percy and Iris go upstairs, wait, Dan says the wolf dog was awesome. He better survive. These animal deaths are terrible. Yeah, I agree. People are still traumatized after Shiva. You know what I mean? It's been 4 years and people still cannot get over. Wait, not four. Sorry, it's been 3 years since Shiva died, and people still can't really get over it. And I understand. I mean, it was a bad death. Let's see. Epic says, I feel like that's why AMC is keeping Dog around because apparently people were outraged when Shiva died, and AMC probably don't want to replicate that. Let's see. Dan says, The Wolf Among Us is one of the first things in 2021, content-wise. Oh, okay. 2021. Okay. That's awesome, Dan. I was hoping it would be like, I mean, like, it's fine. Like, I mean, the year is pretty much over. I can wait like another month or two. But, yeah. Um, I promise. I mean, I just know it's gonna be worth it, Dan. I know it's amazing. You'll really love The Wolf Among Us. And like I said before, it's not Walking Dead, but man, does it feel like Walking Dead? Let's see. Okay. Um, okay. Oh wait. Okay. So this is what I had a problem with. So when Percy and Iris are upstairs, um, wait. Epic says you never answered my comment. Gave your opinion. Wait. Which one? Let's see. Epic, can you repeat your question? I don't see it. You never answered my comment, gave your opinion. Yeah, I'm sorry, Epic. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Did I miss it? Just put it again. I'll read it. So, okay, so when Iris and Percy find the cigarette, so when they find the cigarette, they find a cigarette and it's still burning, which means it's super fresh. So how did they set it all up? That's what I'm wondering because did Tony know they were going to be there? Like that's a bit of an issue I have. And then Iris goes downstairs with the keys, and then she hears Percy get shot. But where did he get a gun? That's what I'm confused on that. You know what I mean? Just how did they do that? Like the scam. That's what I'm wondering. Dan says January is the plan, but don't worry, it's coming, and I'm hyped. Just busy with the rewrites. That's why I'm delaying it, but I'm hyped to play it. That's awesome, Dan. And yeah, if you have to delay The Wolf Among Us for the rewrites, I completely understand. I mean, I love your rewrites too, and the majority of people want to see them. I know people are just asking you. They're basically begging you for the rewrites, and I completely understand why you want to get those rewrites first before that. Uh, Epic says I feel that's why AMC is keeping Dog around because apparently people were outraged when Shiva died, and AMC probably don't want to replicate that. Yeah, Epic, that's not a question, but yeah, absolutely. I definitely think that, listen, when it comes to animals, you can do a couple deaths, but not too many. So, like, okay, let's be honest. The Walking Dead has done way too many horse deaths. I mean, way too many. They really overdid it with the horses. Um, as far as the dogs, I don't think they had an issue with the dogs. Shiva had to go, but how they did it did not work. They should have had Shiva die at the hands of the saviors or something, or I don't know. Instead of like gross looking walkers, that should be super weak. I don't know. Um, they should have changed that a little bit. Epic says I'm ordering my PS5 tomorrow. That's awesome, Epic. Well, I mean, I hope you enjoy, man, because yeah, a PS5 that's not something that people can get, very easily, and I'm sure it's not going to be easy. Dan says, "Cool, Epic. I'm so ready to see the PS5." Sorry, guys. I think my throat is a little dry. Okay, so we have Iris trying to go chase Percy, and she falls in the dumpster thing. At least I think it's a dumpster. Anyway, there's two walkers and they attack her, and Felix and them are helping her, but then Percy comes back, kills the walker, and they all escape on the CRM truck, and they find out later that it is a CRM truck. So okay, so yeah, and Tony's talking with Felix about how he sees the three circles. Okay, so this is another issue I have. What do you guys think about this? So like literally, and like Tony and Percy, they know the CRM. They've seen the soldiers wearing the black armor. They've seen the helicopters. They know where their supplies are at. Like seriously, this is crazy to me. Um, I don't know. It's absolutely crazy. Let's see. Epic says, yeah, but yeah, Brian, why do you think people are still angry about Shiva? Oh, okay, so that's what you were asking. Okay, great question, Epic. I think one of the things is, okay, I would say people were angry about Shiva because it's a kind of a rare animal. It was a tiger, but I also think maybe people had a problem with how they did it. Just the fact that Shiva was killed, kind of off screen to a bunch of decayed, toxic walkers instead of just something more honorable, and also like the fact that Ezekiel could have escaped too. Um, I think it was a combination of things. They could have, so Shiva is an animal, and also we had the death of Glenn too that season. Not sorry, not that was last season. I think it was just a couple of things. People were just getting a little bit tired of The Walking Dead season 7 and 8. They were tired of the shocking deaths, and by that I mean the stupid deaths, like you know, um, like Glenn dying or Benjamin dying or Olivia dying. You know what I mean? Deaths just like for the sake of shock value. And I guess people were getting sick of it. And also, since Shiva is a tiger and, literally the only tiger in the series, she was also, I think, one of the first animal companions. So that's why people maybe were just angry. As far as still angry, I mean, I don't know. It's tough to say. Some people value animals more than humans. So I guess it could be those type of people. Let's see. Dan says also the Lux comics are getting out of hand. While the covers, I see like 5 to 10 different covers for the same issue every time I go there. LOL. Kermit needs money, I guess. LOL. Yeah, yeah. He probably no. He doesn't need the money, Dan, but he sure likes it. And he wants us to think he needs it. But yeah, I am not getting every single cover. You know what I mean? I'm taking it easy with what Kerman's doing because I don't have the money for that, honestly. Epic says, by the way, the whole scene with the SWAT truck and the horses was crazy. Yeah, it was. Absolutely it was. A few small nitpicks. So why did they go on the left side of the truck when that's where the guns are? Why didn't they just go to the right side? You know what I mean? Like, I guess they was distracting the driver for Dwight, but still. I don't know. Like, was that a distraction? I'm curious. Let's see. Dan says the SWAT scene is one of my favorite scenes from season 6, honestly. I've watched it like 5 to 10 times now. Love it. Oh, that's awesome, Dan. I didn't know you liked that scene that much. I think it was pretty good. When Dwight is climbing on the SWAT truck, why is the hatch open? You know what I mean? Like, can we talk about how the driver really messed up by not having that hatch closed? Like, it's just, I don't know, it's funny. Epic says also what happened to the SWAT truck that better not have been its final appearance. No, Epic. The SWAT truck will come back. I think that Sherry's group just took it with the driver, and we're gonna see them in a later episode. Let's see. Dan says, "Nah, the truck will be back. I hope." LOL. Yeah, I think so too. I don't think they're gonna get rid of the truck that easily. All right, so yeah, it's definitely gonna come back. I just know it is. Epic says like the SWAT truck is definitely an icon. I'm glad they kept it. Yeah. Do you guys remember when Alicia took a rocket launcher and blew the door right off? I mean, just man, like I mean, I love I like I mean, sure Alicia was I mean, I don't know if she was a villain, but she was definitely more of a dark Alicia in season 4 and let's be honest, I kind of love that Alicia too. You know what I mean? Just unless it's painting trees, I think I'm pretty much okay with whatever Alicia does because she's just that awesome of a character. You can kind of get behind whatever she's doing. And oh, hold on, guys, stupid updates and junk on my computer. All right, now that those are closed, let's see. Um, so yeah, then oh yeah, so the character. This is what's so crazy. So the CRM, they have been seen. I thought the CRM wipe out anyone who knows they exist, but they leave supplies around. They leave. They let people see their helicopters and live. They even land, and some people can see them. Like I'm so curious on that. Dan says AMC needs to give this ghostwriter some credit. He's doing way better job than Ian and Andrew. Yes, he is. Absolutely. Yeah, this ghostwriter, I hope like by the end of the season they reveal who he is. That would be awesome. Oh my goodness. Like what if it's just like what if it's Scott Gimple and then it's like what I mean? He just comes from the curtain and says, "I got you guys. See, I am a good writer." You know what I mean? I don't know. I think that would be really funny. Hey, DeRosa, glad you made it. Thank you for coming into my stream. Let's see. So yeah, I think we're done talking about World Beyond. I think it was a pretty good episode. A little bit confusing in some parts. Let's see. DeRosa says, "Who's the Ghost Rider?" I don't know. You know what? Let's say it's Matt. From Mega Man. Let's say it's him because I don't know. I think that would be cool if it was one of us. You know what I mean? That would be awesome. I mean, Dan did get a shout out from the actor who played Dan. Not sorry, the actor who played Aaron, Ross Markford, or I'm sorry, I don't know his last name. I completely forgot it, but um, or didn't forget it, but I can't pronounce it right. But yeah, I mean, like we're not small time, you know. Like a lot of you guys have strong fan bases. A lot of you guys, you know, you guys are getting some notoriety. Let's see. Dan says David something. I forgot his last name. LOL. Epic says like yeah. Apparently, Ian and Andrew don't like this version of Fear. Yeah, well, we hated their version, so I mean, like, hate. What do you think's a stronger word, Epic? Let's see. DeRosa says watch the Ghost Rider be Trev's Chan. That would be funny, DeRosa, but I don't think he has the time. I mean, Trev still hasn't played the Walking Dead video games, and I'm sorry, but like, you know what I mean? If you can't make time for the Walking Dead video games, you don't have time to be a writer. I'm sorry. At least for for something Walking Dead, because you gotta play those games to be um to understand the world, just that kind of thing. Let's see. Dan says, yeah, Ross is so awesome for doing that. Yeah, I hope. Man, can you imagine if Jeffrey D. Morgan, like, is next? Like, you should definitely keep going, Dan. Like, I don't know, maybe you'll get lucky a second time. That would be awesome, and it's well deserved, Dan. I mean, your channel. I think you have the most famous channel out of anyone here, or at least the most subscribers. Let's see. Dan says, Trev, oh, please. Yeah, it's definitely not Trev. He doesn't have time. I just know he doesn't have time. He does conspiracy videos, and yeah, I don't think he has time to write Fear the Walking Dead. DeRosa says, which Walking Dead YouTube would you put as showrunner, not counting Dan, because we already know he would be amazing. Which Walking Dead YouTuber would you put as showrunner? Showrunner for Fear or the main show, World Beyond? Um, I'm not really sure. DeRosa, that's a great question because um, I definitely want to. I don't know, like um, besides Dan, I don't really know uh, anyone else who has done. Okay, so like you guys, I'm okay. I think all of you guys would be better than the current showrunners of Fear, but as far as who would be the best, I cannot say. But that's a good question, DeRosa. Um, let's see. Dan says, I lose it if Negan mentions us. Yeah, that would be awesome. Epic says, like Ian and Andrew, remember the Walking Dead franchise belongs to AMC, not you guys. That's true. And not just that, if you think about it, it kind of belongs to all of us. You know what I mean? We make The Walking Dead what it is. We love the characters, we invest, you know what I mean? So we also are, you know, like, I guess, owners of the franchise because we invest so much in it. DeRosa says, for all three, pick three different YouTubers. Oh, wow. Um, oh, thank you, Dan. He says, Brian, all the way for showrunner. Thank you, Dan. You would make an excellent showrunner for all three shows, honestly. I would love to see how you would improve certain things from Fear, World Beyond, and the main show. But yeah, I don't know. I would love to see your guys' ideas and you know what I mean, just an idea of where you would take the stories, the characters, the shows, just so I can pick. But I just know it will be you guys definitely. I would definitely not have. I mean, okay, so like Trev, I wouldn't pick him. I would pick. I don't know, like, okay, so I mean, like Ronnie Hayes from Make a Path Presents, he would be pretty good, but I would still choose you guys over him because I feel like Ronnie Hayes. Wait 1 second, guys. I feel like he wants things to be somewhat too dramatic sometimes. Let's see. Yeah, guys, I'll be right back. Just gotta say bye to my family. Be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's see. Epic says, yeah, like Ian and Andrew their own fear, think their own fear might because they are fighting with AMC over season 6. They lost the right to fight over them after what they did in season 4 with killing off Madison, and especially season 5. DeRosa says, bro, if I was the showrunner of World Beyond, I'd make the show amazing. That's awesome, DeRosa. I definitely think you could. Like, how would you make it amazing? If you don't mind, like telling us just some ideas you would have. I would say I would definitely have less cringy moments, less Iris talking, and I would definitely have more try to put interesting and relatable characters and tough characters like that are well adapted in the zombie apocalypse, and definitely more CRM, like um, more presence of them in the story. Dan says, "Who do you guys think saved Morgan now? That it's not Sherry." So it was definitely confirmed it's not Sherry. Dan, I just know people are going to say it was Madison. They're going to say, the people who think Madison are alive, they're going to say, see, guys, it was not Sherry. Because, yeah, Morgan met Sherry. Yeah, it's pretty clear now, I guess. And people, they're going to say that it was Madison. It was Madison. And it's like, guys, it's not Madison, but it's pretty clear it's not Sherry either. And that was our big. Sherry was the number one suspect for saving Morgan. So now I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let's say it's Dakota, Virginia's sister, because it's definitely not Madison. Hey, Matt. He says, "Sup, guys." Let's see. Dan says Ronnie has a comic. I might order Volume 1 and review it to see if I like it. If you want, Dan. I thought about reviewing his comic, or not reviewing, but like reading it and stuff, and I don't know. Some of his ideas just I'm not really a big fan of. I feel like he wants to make it super dark just for the sake of it being dark. You know what I mean? I don't know, certain parts of the story, and I don't know. And the way he describes his characters, it doesn't really grip me. You know what I mean? Let's see. You guys are talking. Wait, Matt says I can't hear anything. Okay, now you can hear. That's good. Hey, Wasteland. He says, hey, guys, hope you guys are having a brilliant day. I think we are having a brilliant day. Thank you, Wasteland. I hope you are as well. How's the shows going? Let's see. DeRosa says, first of all, I put a Rick leader type of character in World Beyond. Definitely, DeRosa. There definitely needs to be like some tougher characters in World Beyond. Just like you know, like you know what I mean, just awesome, beast character. Just that would be awesome. You know, I don't know, like I guess like its own version of Daryl or Michonne, like or Rick, obviously. But you don't want to make a complete copycat. You know what I mean? So that's important too. Let's see. Epic says, but yeah, hope this Ghost Rider stays on Fear, so it'll stay good. Yeah, if the Ghost Rider leaves, then just end it at season 6. Let's see. Westland says everyone in the comics, Jerry is about to join the stream, so please no cussing. Yeah. Yeah. Wasteland, that goes for everyone. Any troll comments, any comments with serious curse words or inappropriate things, they will get deleted. Let's see. And yeah, I was kind of hoping. Nah, never mind. Okay, DeRosa says we love Rick because he's a good leader. Yeah, definitely. Although he has made mistakes though. I mean, like I don't know. It's just I definitely miss Rick, but here's the thing. I don't think we need Rick in World Beyond, but he definitely needs to get a mention. Like I don't know, at least a reference or something like that, or at least make Heath have a cameo. I don't know, just something. Dan says, yeah, Dan, exactly. If any trolls start coming, you guys know what to do. That's kind of why I want to do the streams earlier, but yeah. Let's see. Epic says, like I know AMC want to erase season 4 and 5 from the timeline because they are trying to get Madison back. Yeah, it's a shame that they can't retcon it. You know what I mean? DeRosa says World Beyond characters whack. Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking. Like Hope is just like kind of an Alicia character, but she's not as interesting or awesome. Iris is just a cringy teenage Lori. Felix is pretty good. He's like a Spencer slash Aaron character, and Silas is, I mean, he's all right. He's like a Daryl slash Tyrese character, and Elton. He is like a Eugene slash Carl, I think. I think that's a good way to describe it. Let's see. Hey, Jerry. He says, "Hey guys, Wasteland wanted me to apologize." Well, okay. Well, all right, Jerry. Glad you came. Let's see. Epic says, "Just crazy that we've had Dog since 2018. He feels like an OG cast member. Maybe that's because we instantly fell in love with Dog as soon as he appeared in the story. It's not easy to in your first season to be like that awesome of a character. Like you just have an instant fan base. It's hard. Like Jerry, Connie, not very many characters can gather a huge fan base in just one season. DeRosa says, "Bro, I really thought Travis was gonna be that leader type character, but they killed him. Yeah, all because all because they didn't have uh no, I don't know. Was it because no, I think he could have filmed Avatar too, and they still have not released Avatar. Like seriously. And you say Travis was the GOAT. Yeah, he was awesome. Dan says Travis never should have been gotten killed off. I agree. Unless the actor wants to leave, you should not kill him off in the story. I'm sorry, you shouldn't. Unless you're like maybe following the comic, but there's no comic for Fear. Wasteland says, Jerry, tell them what I told you, buddy. Okay. DeRosa says, I love Daryl. Yep, but he's not really a leader type character. Yeah, that's true. Daryl fits the role of right hand man. Definitely. Dan says, Hope compared to Alicia, I can see that, but Alicia will always be better for me personally. Same with me, Dan. Like, I was just saying that, like, Hope is kind of like not as a good, like, 99-cent store version of Alicia. Like, you know what I mean? But she's not terrible, just, yeah, but she's no Alicia. Epic says, which is funny, Elton, he looks like you can. Wait, what? Uh, oh, he looks like you, Dan. Oh, okay. Maybe if Elton got a haircut, like yeah. Dan says a bit, but I actually know someone that looks exactly like him. It's crazy, lol. Jerry says, okay, I have been mean to you, Brian, and I'm sorry for leading Drewski to the streams. Well, Jerry, I I appreciate that. I accept your apology, and that's okay. You don't have to put any more sad emojis. It's good, you know. As long as you know, if you learned your lesson and want to talk about the Walking Dead with us, you know, we're fine having you here. So yeah, DeRosa says my favorite female character is the main character of Resident Evil. Okay, yeah, I don't remember who that is. I forgot. Um, Epic says, like my opinion, if Daryl leaves Dog behind, then just give him to Judith. She needs a companion. Yeah, I agree, Epic. Not just that, she needs a father and a mother. I mean, man, poor girl. She lost both of her parents when before and when she was born, and then she had her adopted parents leave her. So, I mean, man, poor Judith. She's gonna have serious um, abandonment issues when she's growing up. Well, I mean, as she gets older. Uh, Jerry says, no cussing. Yeah, exactly, Jerry. No cussing, no inappropriate comments, nothing like that, and no things to distract other people. So, like, we're not going to talk about food or anything like that, or a different franchise, just because you guys want to talk about it. You know what I mean? So we're just trying to stick mostly with The Walking Dead. Let's see. Dan says, I love how Morgan said, you lose something, lol. Oh, like lose something? Okay, so we should talk about fear. Let's see. How long have we been going right now? How long has this stream been going? 40 minutes. Yeah, we got to talk about fear right now, actually. Um, DeRosa says, Morgan, you know I don't die, do I? Yeah, that's true. But he said that to somebody else in All Out War, right? Epic says that's why she deserves a dog. They are good for comfort. Oh wow, Jerry. You're very welcome. Um, okay. Dan says Judith has lost so much. It's crazy when the apocalypse and contacts has taken from her. Yeah, it's true. I mean, she's lost so much. Her innocence, her parents twice. I mean, just it's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Chill indeed. We're all good. We're all good. Let's stay cool, guys. Okay, so let's talk about fear. So we have the beginning scene. Okay, you guys know I don't like Sherry because seriously, did Sherry? I made this joke in my review. What was she thinking? She left Dwight, and she I guess went outside or let her group in, and the people with the masks they came in, and Dwight. Did she really not think she would freak out Dwight? And they kidnap him or whatever, and then they take him. Then she doesn't show herself, and then she lets him panic, and then she's like, "Oh, Dwight, it's me. I'm here." It's like, seriously. Um, DeRosa says, "I want to see Rick, Carol, Maggie, Daryl, and Morgan all together again." And Michonne, yeah, me too, DeRosa. But unfortunately, I really don't know if that's gonna happen. Yeah. Wait. Jerry says, "I'm." Yeah, Jerry, listen. Let's focus. Let's let's focus on what we're talking about on the episode, okay? Because I don't know, you're kind of getting distracted again. It's kind of happening again. Let's see. Dan says Cherry leaves Dwight to make him take care of the trick or treaters. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Dan. Um, Absolutely. What's a simp? Marcus, a simp? I think a simp means that you have a. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it means you have a crush on a person. Anyways, moving on. But yeah, Dan, I'm glad you found that funny because yeah, in my review, I have the guys in the mask and they're like trick or treat, and Dwight is like, Halloween's over, guys, and then like they're like, where's our candy? And I'm just like, Dwight is just like, Halloween is over. Like, I don't know. I thought that'd be really funny, and it's just crazy because man, if only this episode came out closer to Halloween, it would have been perfect. Epic says I don't like how they're making Sherry like her comic book counterpart. Me either, Epic. If you guys remember my worst characters, top 10 worst characters in the Walking Dead franchise video, Sherry is somewhere up there. I don't know. I think she was like maybe 7 in my list. And Sherry was a terrible character in the franchise. Yeah, Jerry. That's kind of what I said too. It's basically the same thing, but yeah. Um, you're kind of making me a little uncomfortable. Actually, yeah, a little bit more than a little. Epic says like the two main icons in The Walking Dead and Fear are dog and SWAT truck. Well, so is the hat in the Cold Python. Rick's hat in Cold Python, those are very iconic. Michonne's katana. I mean, I don't know. I don't maybe Lucille too, but not as much. Okay, so let's see. Dan says, "Why does Sherry have to be like the comics? Make her like Carol, nothing like the comic at all." Yeah, I don't know, Dan. Maybe the ghostwriter. Maybe he's having trouble. Maybe he's having so much trouble making Fear season 6 awesome that he, is cutting corners, and maybe he decides, well, maybe I'll just do this. Um, Matt says Sherry is a jerk this episode. Yeah, I agree. What is she doing? Like, she's all over the place because she says that we can't run away because Virginia will find them. And then, even though there's a good chance that she won't, and then she keeps a secret about her group to Dwight. And then she tells Dwight that, hey, listen, we want to take out Virginia, and that's why I can't leave. And then Dwight, he wants to help her because she's his wife, but she doesn't want Dwight to have any part in this because she doesn't want him to be the man he was. And by that, does she mean before Negan burned his face or after? Because she's not very clear with that. And then, okay, I'm sorry, but this creepy group wears masks. They're willing to kill, and Sherry is just has a problem with Dwight using a dog to get answers. Like, I don't know. It's a little bit like, what is the point of wearing the mask and uh, with the whole intimidation thing if you're not gonna, you gotta make it look real, Sherry, okay? You don't bring a guy tied to a chair. Okay, you guys, you don't do that. You don't bring a guy tied to a chair in a weird basement. You have a dog and don't use it. You know what I mean? If you're gonna go that 90 miles, go that extra 10. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. Uh, you don't chicken out when you bring a torture chair in the torture room. You don't chicken out. I'm sorry, just that makes you look weird. Um, Dan says Lucille as well. Yeah, I can't believe how what they did with Lucille on the show. Wasteland says, Jerry, man, you're doing it again. Stop, man. You're teetering the line again. Yeah, I know. I don't know why he's doing that, Wasteland. Listen, if he wants to say he's sorry, that's fine. But if he still is not talking about The Walking Dead, then he is just, he's not learning his lesson. Epic says, like, it's funny, back in season 7 of the main show, Sherry wasn't that bad. Now she's terrible. Yeah, I think it's because they're now giving her a story arc, and that's why it's bad. Because this is Sherry's first arc, I think, and it's just terrible. Dan says, when Sherry starts hitting Dwight, that's when I had it. Yeah, it's like, Sherry, you made the decision. Like, you chose to listen to him. I don't know. It's annoying. Um, yeah. Dan deleted Jerry's comments. Yeah, Jerry, listen. I don't know what you're saying, but I think you're spamming the chat. Listen, man, we're talking about The Walking Dead. You want us to forgive you, give you a second chance. That's fine, but you have to get us to trust you. You have to start trying. Let's see. Matt says, relax, Jerry, take deep breaths. Epic says, like, her appearance at the end of episode 3 was so amazing, and they just ruined it, unfortunately. Yeah, this is one of my least favorite episodes in season 6 of Fear, and it's crazy because they had Wolf Dog, and let's be honest, he's probably everyone's favorite new character this season. I mean, right? Am I right? Like, um, let's see. Dan says that the masks this season are all the time. Is it just me to think they filmed this in January? Because this is a lot of masks, lol. I don't know. Wait, they filmed this in January? That's crazy. That is so crazy. That was almost a year ago, guys. How crazy is that? Um, okay, Matt. Wish you can stay longer, but yeah, man, ciao. If you got something to do, I completely understand. But yeah, I don't know. What did you guys think? Like, Sherry was just like telling Dwight to stop it, and it's like, oh, by the way, Austin Emilio, he did a great job in this scene because you have Dwight without his with the mask on, and he's just so creepy, and the way he's just like, um, when the guy says, "You kill me, you have nothing," and it's like, that's not true. I have a happy dog, and it's like, I love that line. I love how Dwight comes off as super creepy in this scene. Just an amazing actor and great character. But you have Sherry who's just there. Like, I'm sorry, Sherry, what did you think was going to happen when you bring a guy tied to a chair and you bring a bucket of guts and a wolf dog? I'm sorry, just, I don't understand. It's like, Sherry, I don't know, just, you guys know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It just kind of bugs me. Epic says, like, we were so happy seeing Dwight and Sherry reunited in episode 3, but to ruin it 2 episodes later. Yeah, that's true. Dan says, can't believe we only have 2 episodes left. For once, Fear this season has gone by so fast. That's true. I mean, last season, it took forever. In fact, I'm pretty sure you guys remember, like, last season, we were so worried that Alicia was going to die because she killed that walker that had the necklace on, whatever, or the pin on necklace or whatever, for the radiation. And we were like, oh my gosh, they better not do it. You know what I mean? Epic says it's crazy how 3 major Walking Dead characters have dogs: Morgan, Daryl, and Dwight. Yeah, that's true. I forgot Rufus. I completely forgot about Rufus. I guess he's watching over the group. Dan says, I have a happy dog, and did you lose something? Are my favorite lines from the episode. Um, yeah, those are good lines, Dan. But I like "I have a happy dog" more. I just love that line more. Yeah, I mean, it's just like I'm sorry, it's just like I don't know. I've It's kind of weird. Like, why would you? Um, I don't know. Dwight. I don't know if Dwight was willing to go through with it, but you can kind of respect him for having guts. You know what I mean? But Sherry, I don't know. And then, okay, let's talk more about the episode. So then, Sherry's like, "Were you really gonna kill that guy?" I mean, it's like Sherry, like you literally did nothing when Dwight had a gun to his head earlier. You know what I mean? Can we establish that, please? I'm sorry, Sherry literally did not try to stop that guy when he pointed a gun at Dwight's head. I mean, sure, she told him that we can trust him, but that guy had a gun to her husband's head. That is not the reaction she should have been giving, you know? Epic says Daryl has dog, Morgan has Rufus, and Dwight has wolf dog. Maybe Epic. Wolf dog, we might not see him again, though, unfortunately. It's possible that Dwight let him go and we're never going to see him again. I hope we see him again, but I don't know. He might just be a one episode character, and that would suck because he's everyone's favorite new character this season. So yeah, I hope he appears. Oh, okay. He appears again. So later in the episode, yeah, Sherry's just all over the place. Dwight is literally saying Morgan and Al, they're like family, but you are my family. She is. I don't know what she's doing. Is she questioning Dwight's loyalty? You know what I mean? Because Dwight, what is he supposed to do? Is he supposed to say, Sherry, I'm choosing them over you? You know what I mean? Just what reaction does she want from him? I'm sorry, but okay. As far as love interest, Sherry is a in terms of a story, Sherry is not a good love interest. If you want to have the male and female, you know, uh, disagree about a certain thing, this is just not the way to do it. Dan says, "Good thing Alicia isn't painting trees anymore. You guys just watch in episode 7. Alicia will cut a tree or something just to fix the problem. I would laugh so hard if she cut a tree down. LOL. Yeah, what if it's the same tree that she painted, Dan? That would be really funny. Um, Epic says, if that happened, people would be so angry. Wait, why would they be angry? It's a tree. It's not an animal. Dan says, agreed. Enough with the trees. Keep Heath 2.0 away from her. LOL. Yes, Wes. By the way, we see in the promo for it looks like Wes is also going to be in episode 6 of Fear the Walking Dead season 6. I don't remember what it's called, but oh no, it's called "Bury Me Next to Jasper's Leg," and it looks like Wes is going to be in that episode. I thought he was being tortured, but it looks like maybe he's just crushed or something. And then he needs to get free or something. So that might be the issue. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna have a Heath 2.0 in let's see, it's a Wednesday. Looks like we're gonna see him in episode 6 in a couple days. Epic says maybe if Dwight told her that Daryl told him to find her, that he banished him, she would have said he should have said that to Sherry. Um, yeah, maybe. You know what he should have said? No, wait. Did Dwight even know what happened to Negan? Did Dwight know that Negan? Okay, I think yeah. Dwight knew that Negan was in prison, but I don't think he knew how much. You know what I mean? Let's see. Epic says no. If Wolf Dog was a one episode character, people would be so angry. Yeah, they would. Um, but I definitely think it's possible. I can't see them having two dogs in Fear the Walking Dead. I just can't see it. Dan says, I like how episode 6 is the episode where all the bad characters minus John, LOL. Yeah, did you guys see the opening scene for episode 6? I thought it was Sarah, but her name is Paige. She's a new character, and she literally okay, I'm not gonna say what happens to her, but or what she does, but still, I thought it was Sarah. It looked so much like Sarah. We haven't seen Sarah in years, and I'm like, oh, is that really her? I don't know. Dan says, yeah, agreed though. Austin is an amazing actor. Keep it up. He is, man. Like Dwight, uh, I don't know. He's just Austin Emilio plays Dwight so well, where he is kind of like he can snap, kind of go crazy, but he can be considerate of his, of his group and his wife. So that's good. Dwight is a great character. He's not a pacifist and he's not 100% evil. He's gray. That's what we want to see. Okay, so what else happens? Okay, so Morgan and Althea try to steal the dynamite. Dwight catches them. He tries to stop them. And Dwight apparently gets locked up too. This is also another reason I had a problem with Sherry. I'm like, Sherry, what are you doing? Okay, she's being a hypocrite. She doesn't want Dwight to be that person again. But she's locking him up. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't understand her at all. So it's okay for you to become that person, but not Dwight, who wants to protect you. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. Um, let's see. Dan says, I saw it too. Another spray painter dealt with. Yeah, I thought it was Sarah though, and I really am curious about this whole spray painting group. Why did they put the end is the beginning? That is, I am questioning that so much. Epic says, oh yeah, Sarah Wendell sister. Oh yeah, there's a third sibling. Um, yeah, Sarah has like a twin sister, but they don't look alike. I mean, they kind of look alike. I don't know. Epic says, I'm so glad this ghostwriter got rid of the pacifist story. Yeah, me too. I couldn't stand it. Yeah, I could not stand it. Pacifist characters are. It got so bad in season 5. I'm literally gonna promise this to you guys. So like, okay, um, season 2, or in the future, if I continue it, that's why I didn't have any pacifist characters in Extinction, and I will promise you guys there will be no, to my knowledge, there will be no pacifist characters in season 2 of The Walking Dead Extinction. Like, so I'm still writing it, and I will make sure there are no pacifist characters. Like, I will triple check just to be safe. You know what I mean? But yeah, like that's how much season 5 of Fear just ruined, characters overall. You know what I mean, for stories. But I don't know. It was just so bad. Season 5 was just bad. The second half of season 4 was worse, I think, but still, season 5 overall, I think it was the worst season. Of Fear. Let's see. Dan says Sherry was such a true savior in this episode. Like, seriously. Yeah, I mean, it's like, Sherry. I don't understand. What do you want from Dwight? You don't want to leave with him. You don't want him to get involved, but you were letting him get involved, and you don't want him to become that person again, but you're willing to become that person. Like, just, I don't understand it. Epic says we haven't seen Sarah or Wendell yet. Yeah, that's true. I'm kind of glad we didn't. Sarah and Wendell are such boring characters. I don't know. I couldn't stand them. Let's see. Dan says, yeah, Sarah 2.0. They got rid of the first one. Time to kill off the other one. Can't stand Sarah. Yeah. Sarah and Wendell are just. I mean, okay. So Wendell, I don't know. Wendell had something to do in back in season 5 when he put the connection, with the whole plane thing. With the lights. But that's pretty much it. Like, that's literally all he did in season 5. I don't know. It's crazy that I don't have a problem with a character in a wheelchair in the story, but they haven't done anything with his character, honestly, I feel like. And I honestly don't know why they would put it in the story. You can literally take Sarah and Wendell out and nothing would change. Epic says, like, it's funny, the first draft of season 6 was just as bad as 4 and 5. AMC saw it and scrapped it, thank God. Thank God, indeed, Epic, because I think I heard some of what Dan said. He said that Daniel was supposed to he was supposed to lose his memory, like, completely, or at least for a while, and I would have hated that. That would have been so stupid. Like, why would you do that? Um, Dan says, season 5A of Fear was decent at times, but the kids and the gray filter and magically fixing a plane ruined it for me. Yeah, definitely. The gray filter was bad. I mean, I don't know. Were the characters pacifists in the first half of season 5? Not really, but it still kind of got to me. And I don't know what they did with the whole Leisha fake out. Like, they should never have done that, honestly. Um, yeah, the first half of season 4 and 5 are pretty decent, but the second halves are just so terrible. I don't know. It's crazy that the second half of season 4, is it worse? I gotta think about this. Martha was definitely worse, but I gotta think if overall the second half was worse. So okay, so what are we talking about now? Okay, so the characters, yeah, okay, so Dwight tries to lead Virginia into a trap, and did you guys catch this the first time? Because when I was watching it, I knew Virginia knew, because the way Dwight asked for Virginia, and the way there's a pause, and he says, copy that, or something like that, and, we only see like 4 cars on the road, and we just see like maybe 10 guys, and I'm like, I knew it, I knew Virginia wasn't here, and I'm like, oh man, they knew. Virginia saw it coming, and it's crazy. I just knew, I just knew. They should not have asked for Virginia. I think that made it too obvious. Dan says the Ghost Rider not only saved Daniel, but made him better. Yeah. We need more Daniel though. Daniel has still been underused this first half. Big time though. Epic says, I just find it weird how AMC never scrapped anything in season 5, but the first draft of season of 6 they scrapped. Yeah, better late than never, Epic, because I think, okay, so I think AMC was just after season 5, they really started to pay attention. After season 4, they were like, the fans just need some time. But then after they saw season 5, they were like, maybe we should look into this. And then they saw season 6 script and were like, oh, whoa, we can't do this. Yeah, people are going to hate this. You know what I mean? It's nice that AMC finally decided that, hey, the fans are not going to like this. We need to give them what they deserve. Oh my gosh. Can you guys imagine? First off, we would not have had this, the interrogation scene if it was Ian and Andrew. You know what I mean? They would have scrapped that scene entirely. And we wouldn't have gotten, the best line of the season. I'd have a happy dog. You know what I mean? Just, let's see. Dan says, season 4 B was the worst for me. Season 5 B was right behind it though. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, they're both bad, but Martha was worse, so I guess yeah, season 4B was worse. Epic says, but yeah, Jenny, she's not uh 5, but I still want her dead. Oh, as bad. Yep, I'm sorry, Epic. Man, it is so hot in my room right now. It's crazy hot right now. Yeah, Virginia's not as bad as season 5, but I still want her dead. I think she's worse though in season 6. I think she's more evil. Dan says, if only they got this Ghost Rider in season 4B, Fear would have been saved by them. Yeah, or by then. Then it works. But yeah, they should have had this Ghost Rider in season 4A. He could have stopped Madison from dying. That was all good. What he did in season 4, the first half, that was fine. Morgan, John, Althea, killing off Nick. The actor wanted to leave, so I still would have killed off Nick. But having Madison die too, just no to all of that. And then Martha as a villain, just no. I mean, why would you do that? Oh my gosh. I cannot believe one character can cause that much damage. Not a group. Like seriously, they had the antagonist for the group be one person, and she wasn't even that skilled in a zombie apocalypse. She was a out of shape, really dirty woman. I'm sorry, just what in the world? Dan says Janie is decent this season in my opinion. I don't hate her anymore, but they can kill her off anytime. I'm ready for it. LOL. Yeah, me too, Dan. At least they had her kill. She killed Janice. You know what I mean? So we actually got a death. You know what I mean? It's crazy. We actually got a character death this season. Well, technically 2, if you think about it. Epic says, like, I don't know. Oh, like, don't know why. Oh, Dan is he's puking with Martha. Yeah, she was the worst villain of Fear. Absolutely. Epic says, like, don't know why, but I see Jenny dying at some point in season 6. She's the alpha of Fear. She isn't as intimidating, Epic, but I will say that I agree. I definitely think that Jenny will die towards the finale. I definitely think that's going to happen. I definitely see her dying in, like, the finale. Not in the first half. I don't think so. Okay, so what else do we have? We have, okay, yeah, so Sherry's upset, and Dwight tries to talk to her and ask her, about what's bothering her, and she says that how, they can't keep letting him get away with this. And so it seems like Sherry has just put built up all her hate against Negan for Ginny. And okay, one, that's not healthy. Okay, and two, like, Sherry, you're not the only one who is suffering right now. Okay, Dwight suffered too. Morgan did. I mean, a lot of characters suffered because of Ginny. Just as much as you, or not. Actually, Sherry didn't even suffer at the hands of Ginny. That's the thing. She suffered at the hands of Negan. She chose to run away. Sherry maybe could have done something back in season 6, 7, but she chose to go back to the Saviors, right, in season 6, and then she chose to run away. I don't know. It's just, yeah. Epic says Janice, she had a better death than her brother Tom. Oh, absolutely, Epic. Yeah, we we try not to mention Tom as much as possible because, yeah. Oh boy, Tom. What in the world were they thinking with that character? I don't know. Like, he might be the worst character in season 5. You know what I mean? What was even the point of his character? He survives, and like 2 episodes later, he's introduced. Two episodes later, he dies and has like the dumbest death ever. I literally put that in my top 10 videos. Dan says Janice should be happy compared to her brother. She got lucky. Her death was actually watchable. Yeah, it wasn't like Tom's death made the audience roll their eyes, whereas Janice's was, it actually got the viewers' attention. You know what I mean? Dan says Dwight and Morgan fighting in episode 5. I feel like, it felt like Rick and Daryl. I couldn't stand it. Oh, stand out the bromance. Yeah, kind of. When Rick and Daryl were arguing in season 9 about the Saviors. No, yeah, the Saviors. Back in season 8 and 9, what to do with them? Because um, yeah, it's crazy. In season 8, I was actually on Rick's side, but in season 9, I was on Daryl's side. It's just so crazy how it changes. Um, yeah. Man. I mean, Dwight and Morgan don't have that bromance. Oh, by the way, I love the part where Morgan was like, I was in a war with your husband, and that war took too long to end and costed too many lives. And it's like, yes, it's so true. Like, that is like absolutely true. Like, because it took 16 episodes for that war to end. Many were extended too, so I don't know, it's more like 18 or 20. And then we lost Carl, I mean, just, yeah. But they kept, no, never mind. But yeah, we lost Carl. And how many people died in all that war? I don't know. I think it's like 500 deaths or something. Man, they really dragged out all that war too much. Epic says also Strand deserved the beatdown from John. He definitely did. I don't know what they're doing with Strand. Are they making him like a Shane character? Are they building him up to die at the end of the season, or they're making him like Eugene to be on the enemy side and then redeem himself? I don't know. Um, Dan says it always feels like Morgan is like a dad to Alicia. Is it just me? Hmm. I definitely think in. Okay, Dan. I definitely think season 4A to 5A, or so the first half of season 4 and the first half of season 5, I definitely think so. But I don't know. They just had Morgan kind of ignoring Alicia. In the second half of season 4, the group split. He wasn't really doing much, and then with Alicia, and then the second half of season 5, Morgan was teaching Alicia a little bit of the staff, but then that just went away. So I don't really know. I guess kind of Dan, but they got to do something else with it. Let's see. Dan says John should have kept going. LOL. Yeah, it's funny how no one really stopped John. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't Virginia have people in her community, and everyone's just watching John knock out Strand's teeth? Let's see. Dan says Strand is a new villain. It feels like maybe Dan. They're either making him like Shane or like Eugene, so they're doing something with him. Epic says I like Strand, but I don't like how they're making him like season 2 Strand. I think they're making. I don't know. It seems more like season 3 Strand to me, but yeah, I didn't like that Strand either. Um, I don't know. They got to do something with him. I get it. Okay, I get it. Some characters have to play the mole, but I'm questioning his loyalty. I really am. because I think part of me thinks that Strand actually likes to be in charge. He actually likes to live comfortable. You know what I mean? Just I don't know. He's worrying me, honestly. Um, let's see. 1 second, guys. Oh, hold on, guys. 1 second. Be right back. Wait a minute. All right, guys. I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to plug my phone in. Somehow it wasn't charging. Technology. It. Uh, yeah. Dan says Jenny was watching from a distance. He's too much like Eugene. She wanted John to teach him a lesson. Yeah. Um, I don't know. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, they talk. And Dwight and Sherry looks like they break up for I don't know the second time, and you have it where Dwight is talking with Morgan, and he talks about how he asks Al if he can borrow her hat and jacket, and they disguise the two fresh walkers. Okay, so a couple of nitpicks here. So one, how are the walkers fresh? You know what I mean? Like, do you guys? It should not be this easy to come across fresh walkers, right? What do you guys think? I feel like it's a problem. Walkers should not be fresh ever, pretty much, unless obviously they were people that died recently, but that should bring some, that should raise some red flags. So, Althea's walker, I guess it kind of looks like her, but Dwight's didn't look anything like his. First off, Dwight has short blonde hair now. It's short. It's not long anymore like it was back in season 5. And not only that, the walker does not have a burned face. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Virginia is not going to buy that. And then the episode ends. We come across Nora and her friends again, and Morgan's taking them to where they need to go. I don't understand why Morgan is bringing everyone to that dried up dam place, because yes, it's hidden from Virginia, but there's nothing. There's no shelter. There's nothing to do there. Morgan said they need work, but what can you do there? Like, there's no roof. There's nothing. There's no generators. There's nothing. I mean, just I don't know. It's a bit of an issue. Dan says technology is so great, isn't it? Yep, Dan. It is. It is the greatest and the worst. Dan says Dwight's burn isn't on the walker. Dwight, come on, you're smarter than that. Yeah. That's what I was mentioning, Dan. I think the writers, the ghost writer, I think he's making some mistakes. I really think so. He is cutting some corners here and there, unfortunately. It's not going to be perfect. There's always going to be some faults with every show, every story. And season 6, don't get me wrong, it has still been amazing, but it is a problem. There are some nitpicks here and there, and that is a big nitpick. I mean, Dwight wants to use a walker who looks like him to fake his own death, but it's like, Dwight, you have a burned face. Like, this is a big... It's something very noticeable. I mean, you're like the one guy, in all the communities that has a burned face. Like, I don't know, just like, did they not think this through? I'm sorry, but they really should ask a fan to watch an episode of World Beyond, Fear, and ask them if they have any questions, and then you can have a fan being like, well, wait, what about the walker? It doesn't have a burn on his face. And then they could be like, oh yeah, how do we get around that? Because yeah, that's a little bit sloppy, Still not as sloppy as season 4 and 5, or season 7 of, the main show, or season 8. But yeah. All right. Let's see. How long have we been going on with the stream? We have been going on for an hour and 15 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, I think we'll end the stream in maybe another 25 minutes, if you guys are okay with that. Let's see. Dan says, no, no writer is perfect, but I gotta say, Fear season 6 is good 95% of the time, in my opinion, and that percentage is crazy for a show like Fear. That's true, Dan. I will admit. Yeah. Um, at least it's not a selfie death. I mean, that's something that most people can't ignore. You know what I mean? So let's see. There's got to be something to talk about because I think we pretty much. I got to do some. Uh, what are you guys? What are you guys doing after? Are you guys doing anything after my stream tonight? Because I think I'm gonna do some more writing of season 2, and I think I'm just gonna go relax and. Yep. Let's see. Epic says, like Brian, if Fear gets to season 7, do you see it being as bad as the main show's 7th season? That is a great question, Epic. Okay, I think there is a small chance, but I would say that we have to see how season 6 ends. So here's the thing. If Fear season 6, if it ends with Virginia dying and we get a couple of deaths here and there, like we get the death of Luciana, Sarah Wendell, just useless characters, maybe even Strand too, and we have everyone else surviving, and we have a pretty good death for Virginia. We have Morgan killing her. They built it up very well, and I would say that I would think season 7 has a very good chance of being good. So yes, I would say that if Fear season 6, if it continues being awesome like this, and if it does the things that I said, which would make it awesome, I would say that season 7 of Fear would be even better than season 7 of the main Walking Dead series. And I know that's crazy. Let's remember, guys, back when Fear had season 3, yeah, when Fear was doing season 3, people liked it more than season 7 of the Walking Dead main show. People were like, I'd rather watch Fear, or they're like, Fear is doing much better right now. But yeah. So I definitely think that Fear season 7 could be amazing. But it can also be bad. We can't really know for certain. Dan says Lucy needs to go. She's turning into Scott. Okay, not that bad. LOL. Oh yeah, Dan. Please, yeah. They for everything that is good and holy in the world, just please do not turn Luciana into another Scott. We do not need another one in this franchise. Just yeah. So as far as characters, honestly, keep June. June doesn't need to die this season, but do something with Luciana or kill her off, and take out Virginia, take out maybe Sarah and Wendell and Strand. We need some big deaths this season. So yeah, I definitely think that that's how you can make season 6 amazing, because this war with Virginia, it needs casualties. Not as big as Alicia or John or Morgan, but some big casualties. Yeah. You know what? You know what? It'd be funny. Maybe I should have like a character named Scott in Extinction. I think that would be really funny. Like I should have, I don't know, or maybe a character like him. Um. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's funny, Dan. Let's see. Epic says, yeah, they got to keep John Dory. Definitely. Dan says, come on, Judith. I mean, that's the best line ever. I think it's his only line that season, I think. And man, what a great line. I mean, I'm so glad, you know, like we had to say goodbye to Michonne and other characters just so we can get a line like that. That it was worth it. Sarcasm, of course. Let's see. Dan says Alicia, Morgan, Dwight, and John better survive. Yeah, those 4 characters definitely need to survive. Everyone else is pretty expendable. So June, Luciana, Strand. Daniel too. Keep Daniel, I would say. Like this season, I think we should have 1 big death and like 2 or 3 minor deaths, excluding Virginia. So yeah. Epic says, I feel Luciana is more hated than Scott. Um, yeah, I think, I don't know. It's tough to say. I think that, okay, so Scott has not done anything to be hated. He hasn't really like made bad decisions, but Scott's never done anything, you know what I mean? But like Luciana, almost everything she's done has been pointless or like a bad decision. So yeah. Um, wait, where is it? Okay. Epic says can't forget about Rufus. He better survive. Yeah. It's crazy. Rufus, Wolf Dog. We've had two dogs in this season of Fear. It's only been like 5 episodes. Dan says, "How about Sherry? Kill her off. Like at this point, why not?" I don't know. I don't know, Dan. I feel like if they kill Sherry off now, it's kind of like they have to make it work. You know what I mean? Because I don't see what death they can give her that would make sense. You know what I mean? Like Dwight already wants to get revenge on Virginia or kill her, so having her die at the hands of Virginia, I don't really see it. But I don't really see Sherry getting her comic death because Rick is away in a helicopter right now, so I don't think he's gonna stop by and um, hit Sherry against the table. But yeah, um, let's see. Dan says if Brian puts a character named Scott in season 2, we all know we're about to get a background character. LOL. Yeah. Or I might give him like the most brutal death, like that is like that anyone, or like more brutal than like like a Noah level death. You know what I mean? I might give him that kind of death, and then maybe I'll have the character say like, "Wait, did somebody die?" And they'll say like, "Yeah, it was that guy. What's his name?" And then Benjamin will say like Scott, I think. And then the characters will then talk about something else like, um, if they should, go on a supply run or do something else. Just something like that. Let's see. Epic says, "Me, I feel Strand should die in season 6 because he's been around too long enough." Yeah, he has been around long enough. I mean, they killed off no characters in season 5, so we definitely need some deaths in season 6. But I don't think they should go death heavy, but we do need some. And yeah, Strand has not been a fan favorite, I would say. Let's see. Dan says, "Rick in Fear, would you imagine? You can see the ratings fly up to 3 million." Oh wow, only 3 million? Yeah, I think that's a good estimate, Dan. Because yeah, I mean it's like what 1.5 million now, probably. But yeah, it'll be like 4.5 million. But that would be crazy if Rick just shows up in Fear. Um. Okay. Okay. Wait. I want to ask you guys. So, what do you think's going on at the CRM research facility that we got in World Beyond? Because they're okay. So they're experimenting on walkers, and then that woman Lila, she picks up the phone and says, "No, they won't be a problem." So do the CRM know that Hope, Iris are coming to the compound? Because how can they know that? And not just that, but she's like, um, Dr. Bennett will not be a problem. Neither will his security team. And it's like, wait a minute. Does that mean they've been locked up? Or are they walkers? Like, what is going on? Because there's a good chance that Hope and Iris' father is a walker, but I would say that they might be doing something else with him. But if he's not a walker, then what is he doing? Let's see. Epic says some people think Rick will appear in World Beyond. Yeah, I know, Epic. See, they think that because there was an IMDb page for episode 10 and said Andrew Lincoln, Rick Grimes, but we all know it. IMDb is so unreliable. Let's see. Dan says CRM is trying to find a cure according to the book. Good luck, guys. Yeah, why are they doing that? Oh, and do you guys remember when Isabel said they're building the future to Althea? What a lie. You know what I mean? They're not building the future. They wiped out a community of 10,000 people. Just, yeah, I think the CRM is also trying to find a cure, Dan, but how they're doing it is just so wrong in every way possible. Like, they're using helicopters. Why? Why not just use cars? Like, I don't know. It's so confusing. Like, the way they travel to different states to pick up one person that Jadis might have for them. Talk about wasting resources, just, and also trying to find a cure. It's like, why? What's the point? You guys know how to get rid of walkers, how to stop people from turning. I mean, it can't be maybe it's not perfect, but that's how the world is. You know what I mean? Like every person that dies, they're gonna turn. So just deal with that. You know what I mean? I don't understand why the CRM cannot just accept that that's how they're gonna live, because that's how, yeah, I mean that's how Walking Dead stories are. The characters are just gonna accept that when they rebuild society, that every time somebody dies, that person's gonna turn. You know. Dan says AMC actually confirmed that Rick isn't in season one. Movie Idol confirmed it, and I believed it. Andrew Lincoln would be like me in World Beyond. I'd rather be on Disney. I mean, honestly, Dan, sometimes, I mean, what's the difference? But yeah, yeah, you definitely don't want, yeah, if Rick is in World Beyond, that would make World Beyond better, but let's be honest, it would kind of make Rick worse. Yeah, so, I mean, you can't really take an awesome character and put him in uh okay show, you know what I mean? Because that's kind of gonna diminish their value. Let's see, how much can we keep going? Okay, so I think we have like 14 minutes now. Yeah, 14 minutes, and we should really wrap it up, guys. Um, Hope the audio is good. It's been a while since I've checked it. Dan, what's the difference? True that, Brian. Yeah, I mean, yeah, World Beyond, it's really not that different from a Disney show. It's like, okay, so like guys, like look at the left side of the thumbnail and look at the right side. You can clearly see the difference between both shows. World Beyond, it's like that's kid friendly, and then you have it on the right side where it's like, oh, that is not kid friendly. You know what I mean? That is what The Walking Dead should be. Or like there should be a meme where it shows Wolf Dog on the right, and it says what we want to see in The Walking Dead, and then on the left side it says what we actually get. You know what I mean? Like, because yeah, Epic says one thing I don't like about PT channel is that he covers these bad theories like Rick and World Beyond. Oh yeah, or yeah, um, yeah. PT channel, I don't know. He does too many theory videos. That's why I don't do theory videos unless it's like, I don't know, unless it's like maybe confirmed. I would not do it. I talk about theories in my streams or in my reviews. That's when I save the theories. You know what I mean? Because doing a whole video on just a theory, I don't know. It seems kind of useless. Because people do theory videos all the time. Dan says Fear Season 5 was called kid friendly by some people. It kind of was, Dan. I'll admit. Yeah, it kind of was. When The Walking Dead becomes kid friendly, you know you're doing something wrong. I mean, at least I think you should, because it's like, why are you writing the show? You know, like Dan says PT channel is too much with spoilers. Yeah, he is. He definitely is. I hate spoilers. I cannot stand them. I got spoiled everything from The Walking Dead. You know, Glenn and Abraham's death. Carl's death was spoiled. You know what I mean? Just everything. Everything gets spoiled. All right. So what else can I? There's got to be something else to talk about. Did we miss anything from World Beyond or Fear? Uh, did we forget to discuss anything? Let me think about this. Oh, Iris. Oh yeah, we got Jelly Silas this episode. What did you guys think of Jelly Silas? And by that I mean Silas got jealous with Iris talking to. No, I guess he was jealous about Percy talking to Iris. But yeah, whichever. You know what I mean? Just I mean. Yeah, I mean Dan. It's funny. Dan said like the most uninteresting love triangle ever, and it's like it's definitely up there, you know? Like, I'm sorry, please do not do a love triangle in World Beyond. We do not need it, AMC. Like, this show is already cringy enough. We do not need a love triangle. I mean, like, yeah, Dan says PT channel spoiled Richard's death for me. I know it's just Richard, but still it's frustrating. Oh yeah, I wasn't spoiled Richard's death actually. Dan says, Silas, Iris, come get your head on straight. Yeah. Um, it's like, I don't know. It's like nobody cares about this love triangle thing that's going on. Man, I hope they don't continue it in episodes. Wait, episode six? No, seven. Seven. We're almost at episode seven now. I really hope they don't continue the love triangle. Dan says had me. Trev has just lost me. Same with Ronnie, unfortunately. What do you mean, Dan? Like, because like I don't watch Trev and Ronnie anymore. Trev does too many videos, conspiracy videos. I don't have time, and Ronnie hates his videos. They're too long. You know what I mean? His streams, and yeah, I cannot go to his streams. Like he mostly ignores my questions. So yeah. Epic says the Walking Dead community has hit or miss channels. Yeah, that's true. Um, I don't know. Like I don't know. Like so. Um, it feel. I mean, Trev and Ronnie. It seems like they try not to change the quality of their content. It seems like they don't try to improve anymore. I don't know. It seems like they're just focusing on their other things, which I understand, but they have so many people that they ignore a lot. And I mean, Ronnie actually he gave up on Fear season five, which I mean I don't blame him, but like Trev, he doesn't do the games, and it's like I don't know. That kind of bugs me. Like, how can you be a loyal Walking Dead fan but not play the Telltale games? They're amazing, you know? Just why? Why would you not play them? Clementine's one of the best characters in the franchise. You know what I mean? Like, I literally rated her better than TV Rick. You know what I mean? Just, yeah. Dan says, World Beyond isn't good when Brian forgets what episode we're, we are going to see this weekend. Yeah. No, I mean, I think World Beyond it's good. It could be better, but like, Um, I guess I'm confused, Dan, because it's like, because yeah, we're watching Fear right now, and also the main show is still not over. We're still getting six more episodes, and then Fear, like you know what I mean. We're getting Fear and World Beyond at the exact same time. So I'm kind of like, like my head is thinking like episode six for both shows, but I'm like, oh wait, no, World Beyond is an episode higher. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I still remember their names, and at least for the most part, I try to. Epic says, like, I don't like how Trev keeps doing conspiracy videos. Yeah, that's partially why I stopped watching his videos. When he did, like, the world flat? I was thinking, like, okay, Trev, what's going on? What are you doing? You know, like I didn't know if it was a joke or it just seemed like he was doing it. I mean, he had a big fan base already. Why was he doing it? You know what I mean? So yeah, I was kind of getting tired of his videos after that. Uh, let's see. Man, it is unbearably hot in my room. Let's see. Dan says, "Yeah, it's so annoying. He talks about conspiracy theories in my reviews now too. Like enough. That's why I don't keep up with his channels." Yeah. Um. Yeah. There's only a certain amount of people you can watch anymore on YouTube, because there's so many Walking Dead YouTubers, and you guys have to we have to pick and choose now. Who do we want to watch now? And I've decided, you know what I mean? I want to watch Epic and you, Dan. Like I want to watch you guys, not Trev and Ronnie, because you know they're they're so big that they kind of ignore smaller channels like us, and they kind of I feel like they don't always know what's best for the Walking Dead franchise. You know what I mean? Epic says, by the way, Brian, how do you feel about The Walking Dead having Negan backstory finally, also casting his actual wife as Lucille? I I'm mixed about it, Epic. I would say that I will watch it because I want to see how they improve Negan's backstory from the comic. Because in the comic, it needs some work, but there's only a few issues I have with it. So one is Jeffrey D. Morgan is he's kind of old now, so I don't know how they're gonna make Negan look 11 years younger. So that's a bit of an issue. But yeah, I will watch it, Epic, and I am kind of excited. I am actually excited to see how the apocalypse fell through Negan's eyes. You know what I mean? Because I want to see that. But Negan is not. You guys know Negan is not my favorite character. But getting a backstory episode on him, I'll watch it. You know, I mean, let's be honest. We get backstory on World Beyond characters. We can watch a Negan one. Dan says I did a flat Earth video once just to make people realize how terrible it is. LOL. Yeah, but like, yeah, but it worked for you, Dan, because like you're not a massive channel. You know what I mean? Like you, like I feel like you weren't just doing it for the, I guess like the hype or to improve, or just like to like to be like everyone else. And talking about how terrible it is, that is, yeah, that helps. Let's see. Epic says at least with us small channels, we are passionate about The Walking Dead, whereas Trev and Ronnie aren't. I think Ronnie, he's more passionate about his comic, and I completely understand that. Uh, your own thing, that's perfectly fine, but it just seems like Ronnie was he might have gotten a little bit tired of The Walking Dead. Like he doesn't talk about the comic anymore. He does the streams for the episodes, but he doesn't do any other type of videos, and I don't know, like he doesn't really do besides the streams. That's pretty much it. It's like, and yeah, I do streams too, but I also do reviews. You know what I mean? I'm trying to see how I can improve my content, but it seems like Ronnie is so focused on his comic, and Trev, yeah, Trev definitely, he, I think, is doing other things. Can't make too much time for other Walking Dead things. Dan says Lucille in the show will be cool, but his wife in real life is a bit, cheap in my opinion. Wait, what do you mean, Dan? Lucille in the show will be cool, but his wife in real life is a bit cheap in my opinion. Yeah, can you explain that, Dan? I really, um, yeah, what do you mean by that? Like, does she want a big paycheck or something? Like, what's going on? Let's see. How much more? Oh, wow. We are. Yeah, guys, it's almost an hour and 40 minutes now. We really have to end the stream soon. If you guys are okay with that. Dan says Ronnie doesn't care about The Walking Dead anymore. It makes me feel sad because I used to love his videos. Me too, Dan. I think that Ronnie cares more about his comic Doomsday Kingdom, and I can understand that, but I don't know. I'm not really that interested in his comic. I don't know. It doesn't really interest me too much. Also, like, I don't know. Ronnie promised, you know, videos, and he said that he values us, but it kind of feels like kind of doesn't anymore. It feels like we're just numbers to him at this point. Um, yeah, guys. So just so you know, in a couple more minutes, we have to really end the stream soon. Cause yeah, we're hitting. Well, maybe not. I mean, it depends. Maybe we can go on a little bit longer, but yeah, if you guys have anything else to do, I completely understand. But whew, it is hot in my room. I don't know. I might need to end it soon. Man, I am going to have so many characters in season 2. Hopefully, well, it won't be as bad. Don't worry, guys. It won't be as bad as let's see, season 5. I would say of Fear, or season 7 of the main show. You guys are gonna, you guys are, I think you're gonna know who these characters are, for the most part. Yep. Let's see. Dan says, I just think that his wife in real life is just a bit of a lazy decision, but still up for it. Oh, okay, yeah. You're talking about how, like, yeah, I mean, just they could have used a different actress, but they used his wife. But I guess it makes sense with the whole COVID thing. But man, like, I really hope that she wasn't a bad pick, because I'm gonna blame COVID for that. Epic says, yeah, my favorite Walking Dead YouTube channels are Dan's Reviews, Brian Akeem, and Meg Stansfield. Yeah, I like Meg too, but she kind of doesn't do videos often. I don't know. I feel like she doesn't do enough. Also, she doesn't. I don't think she replies to us in the comments, and I don't know. That kind of gets me. You should reply to people in the comment section, unless they're mean or something. Um, Dan says sounds like Brian is gonna have a big cast. Can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait to show you guys. Yeah, season 2 is gonna have a bunch of new characters. But don't worry, they're not gonna be like, you know, who's this character, or like, why is this character just stand around and do nothing? Don't worry, some of these characters will have, roles in the season. And oh, by the way, don't worry, guys. None of my characters in season 2, I would say none of them are pacifist characters. Some have serious issues, and some are cowards, but no, I would say no characters are pacifists. Like the characters were in season 5 of Fear. Like, I will have, like, none of the characters I'm writing in season 2 are going to be like that. So yeah, and it's actually funny, Dan, because as I was writing season 2 now, I just came up last night with a new character for season 2, and I'm like, you know what? I want to do this character. I think she would be pretty interesting in the story. Let's see. And Dan, you say, yeah, I love Meg. She follows me on Instagram. She's talked to me a lot, and she's awesome. Epic says, like, Movie Idol is a decent channel as well. I like him. Yeah, I like Movie Idol too. I definitely like his content. Yeah. Oh, and guys, I don't know when, but at some point I will try to do, the guest. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys have a microphone, yeah, like, do you guys have a microphone or some way? So, like, if I do a live stream and invite you guys to talk, can you guys, I guess, join in my discussion? So, like I said, I don't really know how that works, but yeah. Dan says Movie Idol needs to show his face, though. Yeah, everyone is like, show your face. um. Epic says, hey Brian, can you name a character after me, bro? I'd appreciate it. A character after you, huh? Um, I'll think about it. Epic. Because at the moment I kind of have all the characters' names down, so I don't know. I kind of at the moment I can't do. Yeah, like for season 2, I don't think I can, but I'll see if something changes. You know what I mean? Because hopefully something does. But yeah, like, I've already written the characters for season 2, and none of them are Josh. So I'm sorry about that. But I guess, like, I don't know. I guess I don't want to pick a character named Dan or Josh yet, because you guys might like love that character, but like that character might be an antagonist or someone, and you'll be like, oh wait, I don't like this. You know what I mean? So it's kind of tricky. But I will say, like, at the moment there are no characters named Brian, because I would kind of if I had a character named Brian, I would kind of have favoritism to that character, so I kind of don't want to do that. So it's kind of tricky. Let's see. Epic says, in Walking Dead Extinction. Yeah, I definitely watch it. Yeah, I'll try to, Epic. Unfortunately, there are no characters in season 2 named Josh yet. But by yet I mean, I'll see what I can do. But yeah. And Epic, have you? I forgot. Have you watched season 1 yet? Have you gotten through it? Dan says, by the way, thanks for the stream, Brian. Really appreciate it. You're welcome, Dan. Thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate that too. And yeah, guys, we have we can go on for a couple more minutes. But yeah, let's see. Dan says that's why Gimple has kept Scott in The Walking Dead. LOL. Yeah, he did nothing with him, but he still keeps him alive, does nothing horrible to him, and it's like, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of why I don't have characters named after people I know in real life, because I might have favoritism to that character. But I will say that there is one character in. Yeah, you know what? There are a few characters that are named after people I know, but there's a big one. So one of the main characters is actually named after someone who is close to me in my life. And yeah. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna just wait, on that information. But yeah, Epic, have you watched season 1 of Extinction yet? If you haven't, no big deal. Whenever you have time. But yeah. Let's see. Epic says, I definitely should try to watch it, but it's a bit slow. That's why. Oh, are you talking about how what I mean? Like, yeah, are you talking about how when you read it, um, you're trying to I guess read it. It's a bit of an issue. Dan says he has done something to him. He's done nothing. Like that's definitely something right there. I guess, Dan, that's a good point. I guess nothing technically is something, but I mean, if you want to get technical with it, sure. um, yep, definitely. Hmm. Yeah, that's tough. Doing characters who are named after people I know, that's going to be an issue. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to show favoritism to that character, but I don't know. You got to do something with that character. I don't know. It's kind of tough. Let's see, guys. A couple more minutes, and then we should really. I think I should wrap up the stream. Epic says, "I guess I'm not used to have words with pics in the background." Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if I can do it in like a Lego version, I would, but I don't have the time or a camera for it, and um, it's the best way I can get the story out. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's how season two is gonna be. It's gonna be, the words, the backgrounds, the noise, the music. It's gonna be like season one. I thought about doing some changes, but yeah, I just can't, unfortunately. I don't know. It's just I wish I can do it like the series in like Lego form, like as in a movie or something. Like do the episodes with Lego characters and moving stop motion, all that stuff. But I just can't, unfortunately. I don't have the Legos that I used to have or the right ones for like zombies, and I don't even have a camera like anymore. Like I don't know what happened to our camera. So yeah, there's a bit of that issue. Dan says I love Extinction because it's original, and it's like the TV series but slightly different. Love the story, and Benjamin is a great character so far. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I can't wait to show you what I do with Benjamin in season two. Um, I'm not sure if I can say if his development in season two will be just as big as season one, but because like I loved how I ended season one, you know what I mean? But yeah, let's see. Epic says, "Well, I hope Benjamin, your character is better than Gimple version." Oh, he definitely is better. Epic, please, whenever you have time, when you read the 6 episodes I've written for season one, I think you will love this character, and you will not even think of the TV only Benjamin. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I mean, I wrote this character 5 years ago, so yeah. He's completely different. He is an awesome character. He couldn't be any more different from the season 7 Benjamin from the Kingdom. He cannot be any more different than that. You know what I mean? It's like comic Carol versus TV Carol. It's like that different. Like I'm not even joking. I'm sure Dan will. I'm sure Dan agrees. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta finish writing season two. Dan says Benjamin in the show. Get out of here. Brian's Benjamin is in town. Yeah. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate that. Um, yeah. Um, Yeah, I honestly I just thought about what when I created Benjamin, I decided what's a character that's never been done before in The Walking Dead, and how can I make a character that fans will or people will fall in love with, find him interesting, relatable, and he's a young character too. Season one, he ends at he's only 18, but as the show continues, he gets older, he gets stronger and wiser. So yeah, absolutely. Epic says, "Hey, will Walking Dead Extinction have a season three?" I am I am heavily considering a season three. Epic. I am working on I okay, so I am writing season two. I'm not gonna say a quarter of the way done with season two. I have all the episodes of season two planned out. I have all the characters written. I just need to write the scripts in the episode, do some touch ups, and yeah, and make the videos for them. But yeah, season two is premiering in spring of 2021. Not sure if it's going to be early spring or late spring yet, but I will let you guys know. And for season three, I have many ideas for a season three. So yeah, there's a good chance that I will do a season three. Yeah, Dan says I hope so. Yeah, don't worry, Dan. You don't have to hope. If season two is a complete success, if it does well, if it's around as good as the first season, or even if it's not, I still have the ideas for season three planned out. And yeah, um, I mean, it's just I definitely here's the thing though. I definitely want more people to be watching the series when season three, if I do a season three. But yeah, Epic says, how many seasons do you want to do, bro? I'm not really sure, Epic. Like I said, it depends how many people want me to continue, how many people love the show. But I am writing season two. I have uh, big ideas for season three. If season two is a complete success, maybe season three could start sometime next year as well. And I had a few ideas for season four if there was going to be a season four. And I don't think I have any other ideas after that. So I would say four seasons, um, but barely. You know what I mean? Dan says, also, if you had to make a prediction, who do you think I'll kill off next in my rewrites? Wondering what you think. Oh, great question, Dan. Um, Love it. Thank you. Okay, so for your rewrites, I'm okay. So for Sasha, I'm saying a 50-50. Glenn, I think, is going to survive. I think you're going to kill off Simon. I think you're going to kill off that. You're not going to kill off Carl. I know that. Um, yeah, you're not going to kill off Carl. Um, I think. I think you might. Okay, so I would say Simon dies. Okay, yeah. So I say Simon dies. Um, I think it's going to be like the show, but instead you might have like. I don't know. Could I see? I don't know. Maybe you might kill off Scott. So I'm really not sure. I think, Dan, it's going to be like how it was in the show, except it's not going to be. Okay, so you're not going to do Carl. I know that much, but I think you might do a big death like Sasha or someone like that. Either Sasha or Tara is one of them's going to die. I would say a 60% chance on either Sasha or Tara, or maybe 50% chance. But yeah, I definitely think if that works, Dan, I definitely think that's going to happen. We're going to get the death of Simon and either Sasha or Tara, 50-50, but one of them. Epic says, will Walking Dead Extinction have character deaths? Oh, it does, Epic. Season 1 has some pretty big deaths. Season 2 also has deaths that I've written, but I'm not going to say, obviously, which characters they are. And Season 3, I already have some possible deaths in mind. Yep, let's see. Dan says, I'm sure it will. Yeah, Dan, Season 2 will have character deaths. As far as I'm not going to say, obviously, I'm not going to say which characters, but I try to, I'm thinking about the story, which characters can I kill off now, which characters should continue, and yeah, it might surprise you guys which characters I keep and kill off for season 2 and a season 3, hopefully, if we get there. And yeah, Dan says, okay, good, I'm about to surprise you. And you are doing a wink. So yeah, I would say, I think you might have either Sasha or Tara get the Holly death, but yeah, let's see. Epic says, like, I'm hoping Benjamin survives the whole thing. Yeah, I'm hoping too, Epic. I'm hoping that as well. I will say this though. Quick question. So have you finished all of? No, you haven't finished all of season 1 yet, right? Are you like on episode 1 or 2 right now? But okay, so I will say that if you finish season 1, you will probably have a decent idea if Benjamin, like, you'll probably have an idea if he's a type of character that can survive like a whole series. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna say that. Maybe, maybe not, but if you finish season 1, you will probably get a decent idea. On. I'm just saying. Yeah, just a small hint, I guess. But like I said, also, I've had a few ideas for season 4, but um, I really don't know if I'm gonna do anything after that, and I really don't know what else might happen to the characters after that. You know what I mean? Epic says no. I need to watch the entire season, bro. Oh, okay. So you haven't even okay. So you haven't watched the premiere yet. Okay, so I won't spoil anything. Yeah, but season 1, 2 have deaths. Season 3 have deaths. But I need to finish writing season 2. Come on, Brian, hurry up. um, yes, and I thought about what you guys said. The antagonists. I will try to make them intimidating. Somewhat large group. Um, who knows? Maybe there will be a romance in season 2. Who can say? Um, and maybe there will not be a love triangle because we all know that you guys don't want to see it, and I don't want to see it in World Beyond. So yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Yeah, maybe a small hint for season 2. Yeah. Dan says you guys will love All Out War. I get to the point in 8 episodes. Believe me. Yeah, I cannot wait, Dan. I am so excited. Epic says, just if you ever have big deaths, don't do a Carl death because that was dumb. Oh, okay. Um, yeah, I will try Epic. The thing is, um, in a way, in my story, no characters are. I mean, maybe they're not super unkillable, but as far as Carl, um, somewhat. Like, yeah, Carl's death was stupid because he survives in the comic, but this is a TV spin-off, and these are spin-off characters. So, if I do kill one of them off, here's the thing: their death is gonna. If I kill them off, it's gonna either be to continue the story forward, or yeah, I might not kill off a character if they're popular, but it really depends on what I want to do. Um, Let's see. Dan says, "Who knows? Maybe Negan dies. We will see." LOL. Huh, that is interesting, Dan. Huh. Okay. I mean, I don't think Negan's gonna die because I know you love Negan, but yeah. Epic says, like, I mean, don't do it. The way Gimple did it. Yeah, like a random walker just bites Carl and he dies. Don't worry, Epic. I don't think I'm gonna have a single character dying like that. Um, but like, man, like I was like doing some touches on the finale for season 2. I'm just like, man, this is oh boy, it is brutal. Honestly, I no, you know what? Yeah, I think every episode in season 2 is just brutal. Um, but I would say the finale is just gonna um be really brutal. Like I was thinking about title titling it Pain or something like that because yep. I don't know, possible name for the finale of season 2. Still trying to come up with the names, but I think I'm almost done. But yeah, don't worry, Epic. I will say I'm probably not gonna ever have a fan favorite character just get bitten and die, the way Carl did. I don't think I'm ever gonna do that. If a character dies, they're gonna be killed off by a villain, or yeah, I would say they're gonna die at the hands of you know like someone very dangerous, and that's gonna move the story forward. Let's see. Oh wow. Yeah, guys, we've been going on. Okay, so we're gonna hit the 2 hour mark. Just a few more minutes, guys, and we really gotta wrap it up. Epic says also, will Walking Dead Extinction have character evolutions like The Walking Dead does? Yes, Epic, it does. When you watch okay, when you read or watch episode 1, and then as you continue, Benjamin has the biggest character development in the series, and like I mean, just it's crazy. There's also other characters they have development. Some of them are slow, but yeah, I mean, what I do with Benjamin in season 1 is like wow, like, and I will say in season 2, he will also have development. Other characters will have development. Actually, Scene or okay, there's a character in season 2, Scene or Sean. He has I think he's going to have a big role in season 2. He's going to get a major change. Um, yeah. So okay, yeah. I think I think you know what? I honestly, I've given too much about season two already. I should just stop. I gotta end the stream. I'm giving you guys way too much knowledge on season two. Dan says, also, do you think that the junkyard, Oceanside or junkyard will show up in season 7B? I haven't included them yet. I don't think you are, Dan. I don't think you're gonna. Okay, so for the junkyard, I don't think you're gonna have them. And for Oceanside, you know what? No, I don't think you're gonna have them either. There's only 8 episodes. I don't think there's enough time. And with the saviors, I just don't see it. Epic says, so it's on the same level as Carol from the show. Yes, Benjamin's change from, I mean, it kind of is. So Benjamin's change from season one, the whole season is like Carol from season three to like season five, or, something like that. So yeah, it's a big change. Dan says Benjamin changes so much. It's like Walter White. It's crazy. Oh yeah, that's a good comparison, Dan. Yeah, Walter White. It's kind of like that. Um, I love it. I loved how Benjamin changed in season one, and I kind of want to keep that. But I don't want to have him to be static throughout the whole series. So I will try to develop him more, in different ways, as the series continues. But yeah, like Walter White, like he's, I don't know, it's just it's crazy. Yeah, I love it. Epic says also, what was up with the latest Walking Dead supply drop box with the dirty Eugene pop? Seriously. Oh, I don't know, Epic. I haven't seen that supply drop, but I will say that if it was terrible, AMC should be ashamed of themselves. We deserve better pops and supply drops than whatever AMC does. We need good ones. We need a Jerry pop. We need just a lot of things. Dan says that is why I don't get the supply drop. It's kind of a ripoff, honestly. Yeah, I don't get them because I don't have the money, but also, yeah, it is a ripoff. If they rip us fans off, they should be ashamed of themselves because yeah, that's just not cool. Um, so yeah, guys, you know what? Let's see. Did we hit that 2 hour mark? Yeah, you know what? We're past the 2 hour mark. Thank you guys so much. Dan, Epic, I want to thank you guys, if I can, 1,000 times. I love talking about the episodes and letting you guys know a little bit about Extinction, what's to come. And yeah, so I want you guys, hope you guys have a good night. Stay safe. And I will see you guys for my reviews in let's see, on Sunday. I will post both reviews for Fear and World Beyond on Sunday, and I will be probably doing another live stream next week. Let's see. Epic says, like, yeah, first Muddy Daryl, now Muddy Eugene. Yeah, it's like muddy characters. It's like, come on, AMC. Dan says, Beta Pop, come on, I have an alpha just sitting in my collection. Yeah, absolutely. They gotta do a Beta Pop. That would be awesome. Dan says, great stream, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'll see you next time, and good night, guys. Yeah, have a good night, guys. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you all next time.